Welcome to the Backlash at Backlash.com. My name is Rod Van Mecklin, and in this video I'm going to read excerpts from my 1993 article, Work. The footnoted article is linked below, 1993, Bellevue, Washington, which, when I wrote this, was a lot cooler than it is today. 2015, Olympia, Washington, my apartment is over 80 degrees. Anyway, the feminization of work. Factories turned women and men into cogs and children into the grease and oil of the Industrial Revolution. The feminine mystique removed women from these factories and boarded them up in better homes and gardens. Not Betty Friedan's book, The Feminine Mystique, but the actual phenomenon she falsely claimed to write about. From there, the women's movement moved into the offices of commerce where, in the name of liberation, they posted the seal of good housekeeping and, thereby, achieved little true liberation but infected men with their own 50s feminine malaise. Quote, one senior executive woman may decorate her office with a stuffed animal collection, another may enjoy including others in her afternoon ritual of high tea served on china. Consider the executive who keeps Alice in Wonderland curls and frills, the Earth Mother who brings her backpack and baby to work on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Soon, the executive wing resembles a circus, close quote. Tara Roth-Madden, Women versus Women. In the highly feminized workplace, there is little masculine passion left. The gusto is gone, the inspiration swept into neat little piles and discarded like so much unwanted dust. In its place are cute little cubbyholes, some cluttered as knitting room, others neat as a pin, all quiet and essentially the same, and feminine. Most men are, by nature, passionate, not with, as feminists would have us believe, the simple passion of sex. Sex is only one small wavelength in the spectrum of powerful or compelling emotions or feelings that passionately involve men in life. The passions of men. Men thrive on solving problems and finding new ways to do things. Visions of inventions, teamwork, and exploration and accomplishment inspire boys and motivate men. I'm thinking now of the Tom Swift series and Tom Swift Jr. series. Bill Gates and was it Elon Musk? No, Steve Jobs. Both of them mentioned that they had been inspired by reading Tom Swift books in their youth, and I think they mentioned Tom Swift Jr. specifically. But the Tom Swift Sr. books, those date back to the 1920s and 30s, some even date back further than that. And if you haven't read them, I encourage it. For men, they're very youthful and very light reading, but for even young men in their 20s, they're still fun read. Continuing. But in the muted surroundings of the feminized factories and boutique bureaucracies, women expect men to curb their passions, speak gently, walk softly, avert their eyes to avoid accusations of sexual harassment, and demur to every misandrous dismissal of masculinity. Like public school classrooms, such daintiness begs escape. Hence men run to the fields, forests, and stadiums where, with golf clubs and pigskins or rifles and shotguns, they affirm their masculinity like rams butting heads in contests to prove themselves rams still. This is not progress, but discrimination against men. Progress means bringing women and men together in a spirit of harmony, and should the discordant cacophony of our present evolution result in anything less, our society will be no better off than we were in the 1950s. A new pedestal for women. Feminists frequently note women's careers generally don't advance as quickly as men's, a fact some of the more realistic explain without blaming men. Quote, if women generally disappear mid-match, who would seriously bet on them to emerge as corporate champs? Close quote. Tara Roth-Madden, Women versus Women. In response, however, many demand special treatment for women. Quote, they need job-protected maternity leave, child care, flex time, and specially tailored career ladders, close quote. Sylvia Ann Hewlett, A Lesser Life. Should we put women back up on the pedestal and give them special treatment? Would it be fair to men? And if we do, will that solve women's problems? Maybe not, because another aspect of female employment is that it's creating a bottleneck. Quote, Qualified women pour into the economy faster than they could be absorbed, adding to the glut in the middle, close quote. Tara Roth-Madden, Women versus Women. Consequently, at a time when no one can afford to concede anything other than gender neutrality, feminists are demanding preferential status for women. That was in 1993. It's even worse today. Essentially, they're demanding total feminization of the workplace and relegation of men to the status of second-class citizens. While the increasing employment and leadership of women are, I believe, inevitable, oppressing men is not the way to make it happen. That's all for now. Check out the other videos. Subscribe to the channel. For the Backlash at Backlash.com, my name is Rod Van Mecklin.